Hi, my name is Ishir Rao. I'm from Chatham High School in Chatham, New Jersey, and my work is NovoMol, Recurrent Neural Network for Orally Bioavailable Drug Design. Drug discovery is the first stage of the drug development process, in which drug candidates are identified and sent to clinical trials for further study. Even with countless technological breakthroughs, pharmacological research productivity has reduced, and current research methods are costly and not scalable. These issues present a clear need for a time and cost-efficient approach to drug discovery that reduces the failure rate of drug candidates. De novo drug design is a process of generating novel lead compounds with desirable pharmacological and physiochemical properties. Generative artificial intelligence models present a fresh approach to de novo drug designs, as they provide researchers with the ability to narrow down their search of the chemical space and focus on regions of interest. In this work, we propose NovoMol, an evolutionary approach to de novo drug design to optimize for specific drug characteristics using LSTM-based recurrent neural networks. NovoMol follows a multi-step process, including data processing, model training, generating new molecules, calculating quantitative estimation of drug likeness, and iterations using transfer learning. In total, we have 5 model generations through 5 iterations of transfer learning, and the model is able to learn how to generate orally bioavailable molecules. After 5 iterations of transfer learning, we had 5 generations of generated molecules. We conduct principal component analysis on each of these molecules and found that across iterations, the molecules occupied a smaller and smaller chemical space, indicating that the model is optimizing molecular characteristics for high oral bioavailability. For each molecule, we also calculated the quantitative estimation of drug likeness, known as QED, and used 2 threshold QED values. Greater than or equal to 0.37 indicates passing Lipinski's rule of 5, which is a traditionally used drug design guideline. Greater than or equal to 0.586 indicates that the molecule is orally bioavailable. On the right-hand side, we can see that across iterations, the percentages of molecules passing these 2 thresholds increases, indicating that the model optimizes for higher QED values, which is directly related to how orally bioavailable and favorable a compound is. This histogram shows the spread of QED values of generated molecules skewed towards higher values after transfer learning, which indicates that these molecules generated are orally bioavailable. 93% of generated molecules pass the rule of 5 and other traditional guidelines, and 71% pass the oral bioavailability threshold. On the right-hand side, you can also see the top generated molecules with the highest QEDs for the 5th generation. We further apply NovoMol to design drugs for a specific drug target. In our work, we choose to design drugs to inhibit mutated platelet-derived growth factor receptor alpha, also known as PDGFR alpha, which plays a significant role in the growth of tumors such as gastrointestinal stromal tumors and leukemia. The current state-of-the-art drug, imatinib, inhibits this protein and successfully slows down or stops the spread of a tumor in most patients. However, imatinib has several side effects, so we can apply NovoMol to design more effective drugs. Training off of 450 known inhibitors, NovoMol was able to generate 311 potential drug candidates, which we virtually screened to calculate their respective binding affinities and binding poses to the PDGFR alpha protein. Out of our 311 generated candidates, 44% had a higher binding affinity than imatinib on the PDGFR alpha receptor. 49.5% of the generated molecules passed the rule of 5, and 16.4% passed the oral bioavailability threshold, showing the model still optimized for high QED and oral bioavailability. Here, you can see the PDGFR alpha protein and all of the generated candidates dock on it. Comparing imatinib to the top generated molecules, we find that the best molecule has a significantly higher QED and better binding affinity than imatinib, along with being orally bioavailable. In conclusion, we developed NovoMol, an evolutionary approach to de novo drug design to optimize for specific drug characteristics using LSTM-based recurrent neural networks. NovoMol was able to successfully learn to optimize for orally bioavailable drugs and generate them from scratch. After transfer learning with 5 iterations, there were significant improvements in the molecules generated, which had much higher QED on average, indicating that the model effectively learned to generate orally bioavailable drugs. NovoMol was then retrained to generate drugs for the oncoprotein PDGFR alpha to inhibit the protein and the growth of tumors. It was able to design drugs with more favorable drug properties, which is seen by higher QED values, and with better binding affinity, which indicates a lower drug dosage is required for the intended effect on the protein. This is vital since the lower the dosage, the less chance the drug will have as severe side effects. As a result, Novomol was able to successfully generate several promising drug candidates for a specific drug target. Thank you for your time.